Hey, what's up, everybody? Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. So, you guys all know Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed for so many years. The last time it was released was in 2013. And so, let's take a look at Grand Theft Auto chart here. So, I'm going to go in and take a look at the chart of Grand Theft Auto. We all know Grand Theft Auto was a stock that's owned by Take-Two Interactive. The ticker symbol is TTWO. And what I think is really interesting about this trade is look at this stock. This stock has had quite a bumpy road, right? We've been talking about trying to release this game last year, the year before. It's been over 13 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 has been released. And so Take-Two Interactive Software, this stock went as low as 190, and it went all the way up to 264. But look at this opportunity. The stock dropped from 250 all the way down to 190. And this here is the prior support that was back here in April of 2025. So last time it bounced off of 190, it went all the way up to 264, got some turbulence, and look at this big drop off, right? From 250 all the way down to 190. That's a $60 drop in price. So if we look here and we think that this stock could potentially bounce off of this support level, this is going to give us a risk of what? 210, 213. Our stop loss is going to be at 190. And we think that it can potentially go up to 260. Why? Because there is a lot of news going on. Grand Theft Auto is supposed to be going up, released in May. And here, let me just place this trade, show you guys how it's done. If I want to go to trade, Take-Two, if I just want to buy, I can always just click on the bid or the ask. And so here, this is on the Tasty Trade platform. Unfortunately, these options are not liquid, so I'm not going to do any options trades on this quite yet. Here, let me close that out. And then what we're going to do here is just go buy, right? So right now, you can see there's a limit order, there's a market order. I'm going to say I'm going to buy it if this thing gets down. The most I'm going to pay, limit just means the most I'm going to pay, right? Right now it's trading at 1333. So let's just say it goes down to 213, 213, right? And I'm going to put in a bracket order. What this says is here, let me just reduce the quantity here. 10 shares. I'm going to go in and put in an advance order, which says I'm going to risk sell 10 contracts. So first I'm going to buy it at $213 day order. And then I'm going to get out of this if it gets up to, what did we say? The chart was at, let's say 260, the prior high. And we're trading the hype, right? Because the hype, a lot of people are going to get into Grand Theft Auto once it starts to get hyped up here. So I'm going to go 260 is my profit target, and my stop loss is going to be right below here. So right below 190. So if it gets, let's say 188, that is my risk. So what it's saying is I'm going to buy 10 shares at 213, and I'm going to sell it for 10 shares if it gets up to 260. That's my limit price. This is my profit target order. And then my stop loss is going to be at 188. This is my stop order right here. And I'm going to risk, what is that? 213 minus 188. So that's about 1323, about $25, right? So 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So let me send this through, and you'll see this is my order working, right? I'm going to get in here. If it just retraces a little bit down, my risk is right here, right? You always want to manage your risk. And my reward is at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So it's working here, right? I'm going to buy 10 shares at 213. My stop loss is at 188. My profit target at 260. So that is the order. Let's take a look at what Take-Two is doing. So this is the hype surrounding the game. So let me just quickly show you this video about Grand Theft Auto. And here, let me go back to my history. And this is what I'm taking a look at, because we all know up there we're filled. Oh, actually, I'm filled on my other order here in the SPX. For those that don't know, I also do a lot of day trading on the 0-day SPX, right? So here's my positions on my 0-day SPX. I placed a bunch of trades today. And these are all 0 days. See how it says 0 days right here? So this is like day trading the 0 days to expiration options on the SPX. So I was just locked in my profits here on my trades. If you want to look, this is how crazy my trades have been here. So this here stands for 0 days to expiration on the SPX, right? And these are all the different trades that I placed, and it's all based on probabilities, looking at the chart, right? SPX right here. If I go into a daily chart, I'm kind of getting off topic here, but 1 day, right? This thing is actually 1 minute, 1 day. And wow, surprisingly, I got filled on that because the stock went as high as 69.15, and then it went back down to 69.02, but I got filled on that one order. Very interesting. Here, let me look at my position so far. Okay, 54.14. Interesting. Okay, so this is what we're looking at for Grand Theft Auto. And here, if I just go in here, let's take a look at the Grand Theft Auto history, and we're gonna see, right? Here's the trailer, of course. You guys all know.
Love you, Jason.
Almost, gosh, 2-3 years.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Well, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
This is based in Miami. This Grand Theft Auto. Right, so the trailer has been bringing up a lot of hype, and so here is what is intriguing, because with this hype is going to come potential upswing in the game. So here's the anticipation of Grand Theft Auto, which supposedly is supposed to be released sometime this fall, maybe even May. But this,
I love video games.
Last of Us Part 1 and 2, The Witcher, God of War.
The video game industry has grown into a nearly $200 billion global market, larger than film, television, and music combined.
Right, so the video game industry, when I was younger, I was playing the regular Nintendo. This is a $200 billion industry. What they said is it's greater than film, music, and sports, NFL, NBA, combined. This is a $200 billion industry. So there's a lot of anticipation going on with Grand Theft Auto 6. They think that this is going to lift the whole video game market even higher. And so with the pullback in the stock, this could be a potential opportunity to ride this hype.
And is projected to grow around 6% annually.
The really big hits of today, the Call of Duties, the Fortnites, the EA Sports football clubs, the Grand Theft Autos, like they just keep becoming more and more dominant.
In addition to being an avid gamer himself, Doug Creutz is the senior media, entertainment, and gaming analyst at TD Cowen. He's been following the industry trends for decades and has witnessed one game in particular outshine the rest.
GTA 5 has sold over 200 million units life to date, which is far and away the most that any video game has ever sold. It's not even close. Has probably generated $10 billion in revenue life to date.
Lines are long, but it's pretty worth it.
Rockstar Games, a subsidiary of video game holding company Take-Two Interactive, released Grand Theft Auto 5 back in 2013.
Look at that. That's 2013, which is a long, long time ago. Actually, let me switch over to this view here. Let me switch it over here. There, I'm on the side. So if you see that, let's go over here.
Today, it's still the standard bearer for the industry, even though it was launched so many years ago. And that's kind of astonishing in a business where the technology is continuing to change at a pretty steep rate.
Strauss Zelnick is the chairman and CEO of Take-Two, which is also behind successes like NBA 2K, Borderlands,
And this guy makes $66 million a year as the CEO.
and Red Dead Redemption. But all eyes are on its next installment of the Grand Theft Auto series, GTA 6, set to be released this fall.
I saw the trailer and it was pretty crazy.
I'm excited. I played 5 a lot growing up.
I would be willing to spend 100. It's just that legendary.
Right, so they're spending $100, right, for just one game, $100, and that's just buying the game. But then, of course, they have these microtransactions where you can continue to pay for more features. Is that right, Hamad?
Anticipation for that title may be the greatest anticipation I've ever seen for an entertainment property, and I've been around the block a few times.
Right. So it's been over 12 years since the last release. So just the buildup, the anticipation for this game, he's saying is the most he's ever seen in any entertainment entity.
12 years now. Why does it take that long to come up with 6?
We set an intention, actually, to rest our intellectual properties. So some of our competitors come to market very regularly, maybe even annually. We think you need to create enormous anticipation on the one hand. On the other hand, it takes a long time to develop these big, robust experiences.
So how many times have they pushed back this game, Hamad? So when was the first time you heard, oh, there's going to be released, and then it got pushed back? I think it was 2025. Okay. So 2025 initially was last year. Were people like anticipating, like, oh, I can't wait for it to come out? And then how do you guys find out when it gets pushed back? When does it get pushed back? I heard Twitter. Oh, just through Twitter online? It's like, oh, it got pushed back. It got pushed back. So they haven't set a date quite yet?
No, because it could take even longer. I guess it's going to take up until 2028.
Whoa. So even after 12 years, you still think it might be pushed up back some more. So that's probably why the stock price dropped so much, because they kept on getting all this pushback. Pushing it back. But now we saw on the chart that it was starting to bounce, right? So maybe this is like, you know, maybe somebody knows that, okay, you know what? Maybe they really are going to release it. So why not jump in when it's low? And then as the hype grows, you can ride that hype back up.
Rockstar Games seeks perfection.
Take-Two is a major publisher and developer.
Take-Two, that's the stock, right? That's the stock that we were just looking at here. Here, Take-Two, right? So look, this is the Take-Two. Oh, nice. There we go. Up to 24 there on the SPX. All right. So Take-Two, right? That's the stock. So if we look at the chart, Take-Two, Take-Two, TTWO, right? This is the 1 minute chart. So here, let me just go back to the yearly chart on the daily, and let's go 3 years, right? So look, all this is a discount, right? We always want to look to buy when it's at a discount. So this is what we're trying to anticipate, is this run up here on this hype on Grand Theft Auto. So
Developer of AAA titles, a classification used within the industry for high-profile games with high budgets.
Luckily, we have the balance sheet for it. And it's one of the reasons that's, you know, standing up a company in a garage today will be awfully difficult. So in a way, the incremental costs have enhanced the barriers to entry to benefit companies like ours. We have team sizes that are as small as 20 people in the mobile space and as large as thousands of people in the console space.
Even after spending all that money and time developing a game, how does a company know if it will be a hit or a miss?
You would look at the sales of the last iteration, or in the case of new intellectual property, you sort of get a sense of what you think that thing looks like and compare it to other similar releases. We have consumers come in and play the games along the way and give us feedback. In the movie business, there is testing, but what do you test? You can't really test before you arrive.
Right. So video games is such a huge industry because not only are you playing the game, but it's kind of like a movie, right? When you're in Grand Theft Auto, it's actually a movie that's being played out and you're the central character, or you could be any character you want. So that's why video games have become so big, because it's kind of combining movies with gameplay.
To have a rough cut, you've shot the entire thing.
The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team.
Right. So this is the movie, the cinematic.
Like movie studios, gaming companies also market their product by releasing trailers before a game debuts. To date, the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 has racked up more than 245 million views on YouTube.
What's the revenue stream look like? How do you get your money?
In the case of console and PC, there's a free-to-play business, but that is largely a business where you purchase a unit, and then you often have the opportunity to engage.
Oh yeah, everyone all took the photos, right?
Purchase
Any senior
multiplayer, for example, experience, and that would be also monetized.
Musa,
Did
you take your photo yet for the senior? Oh, he doesn't want to.
Currently probably generates around
No, he's only
$1
something.
million a year in revenue. Now, that's a lot of money, but it's less than half of what Call of Duty generates. It's probably less than a third of what EA Sports Football Club generates, and it's
Awesome.
15%.
When are they wrapping up?
I do think that GTA 6 Online will be bigger and better.
No worries, buddy. Say hi, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm on the live stream.
I was actually looking.
Yeah. Check it out.
All his eggs in one
Let me
basket.
show you what the live stream.
2022, Take-Two
You
acquired
can say hi.
mobile
What's up?
giant Zynga
Hey, what's
in an
up?
$11 billion deal.
Yeah, see, look.
Was the most
Hey, what's up?
expected.
Hey. Hey, Danny, you take your picture yet?
Eclipsed quickly by the Microsoft
Hey, Danny.
Activision deal.
Oh, Danny,
That was
here,
a big
knock
deal.
him on
It's
his
a big
back.
deal for us. Mobile represents 50% of our net bookings. It's a very successful business, and we have new hits.
Right, so here, let's take a look at this trailer. Oh, you didn't take a picture yet?
Yeah, he hasn't.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Way to get him. All right. So here's how big the video game industry actually is, right? So here, let's take a look. It is.
The last senior, but it's okay. More time. Yes. Yeah. It's okay.
As long as you get it taken.
Yeah. I've been doing this right now.
Right. So here's the stock.
Its fourth quarter results after the Bell, the company issued weaker than expected guidance for the full year bookings, but stock we mentioned is up 60% year on year. Joining us right now to break down the numbers and what is going on. We'll also talk about Grand Theft Auto, as you might imagine. Strauss Zelnick is here, Take-Two chairman and CEO.
Right. So this is when the stock was actually at 233 intraday, right? Look at this. We have a discount. We can now get it at 213, right? This video was what, 20 days ago.
Expected guidance for the full year bookings, but stock we mentioned is up 60% year on year. Joining us right now to break down the numbers and what is going on. We'll also talk about Grand Theft Auto. As you
got the wrong book?
Strauss Zelnick is here, Take-Two chairman and CEO. What is going on? Where are we here?
Listen, we just reported a great year, pretty much firing across the entire range of the company. So Rockstar reported a better quarter for Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto Online. 2K had terrific releases with Civ 7. NBA is up year over year, sold in almost 10 million units. And Zynga has multiple hits in market, which is tough to do in the mobile space.
But everybody's focused on Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Like that is the...
Is that a but? That seems like an and.
But the fact that your shares could be up 60% with the release delay of that by another 6 months.
That's what I was going to ask. Let's talk about the delay because people just want to understand what's happening there.
Well, it's pretty short delay. It's less than 6 months. And generally, when we announce a date certain, we're able to hit that date. But the key thing is that Rockstar Games is trying to create the best thing anyone's ever seen in entertainment, not just interactive entertainment. That's a tall order. And I think consumers have huge hopes for the title. We just launched the second trailer to 475 million views in 24 hours, setting a new record. The last record, incidentally, was ours.
How much do you think the whole system was thinking about that in terms of the ecosystem? Was for the holidays? Was thinking about that game?
Well, let's not overstate the case. We all look at one another's release schedule and make sure that we don't stack up releases. So that's not unique to Grand Theft Auto. But the delay itself is really a reflection of desire to polish and create the best possible experience for consumers. And we as a company have been known not to have sort of slavish devotion to release dates, but rather to seek the highest quality entertainment. And that's really, supported our success over many years.
Have you played with it? Have you seen it?
Is it done? Is it ready?
Done? You don't play a lot.
Okay, so this is part of the pushback right here.
You don't play a lot. So
Not a lot. I don't play video games.
At all?
No, I do not. I'm not the consumer in chief. I am
So when
responsible
they show
for
you the game,
right.
do you offer notes on the game? How does that work?
I share my opinions pretty openly. I think being the consumer in chief in the entertainment business as the CEO is probably a mistake. I wasn't the consumer in chief in the movie business or the television business or the music business, even though, I certainly can read a script and I definitely love music and I was a musician.
They got another
That's not my role. My role is to attract, retain, and motivate the best talent in the business and then get out of their way.
Okay.
In terms of just trends in the business, how much of it is going mobile and how much do you think stays on the console?
Well, mobile is a fast growing part of our business, and the interactive entertainment business broadly is the fastest growing part of the entertainment business. The reason that we acquired Zynga nearly 3 years ago is because mobile is such an important part of the business. Today, that's a little bit over 50% of our net bookings, and it's going incredibly well.
What does that look like?
Oh, so Take-Two, did you know, Hamad, these are all the same games here? They make all Borderlands, Red Dead Redemption. Oh, really? These are your two favorites?
Everything at Borderlands. I played Red Dead 1 and I finished Champion. I just finished Borderlands Action.
Man, so these games are like, this is a big company. They make a lot of good games. Are they probably the best ones? You think this is like the best gaming company?
To you 5 years from now.
Well, that's actually the point. The reason that we made that decision at the time that we did was I looked actually 10 years down the road and said, I can't imagine in 10 years only being exposed to console and PC. I think we have to be exposed to mobile.
All right, so that is a quick take on that. Now let's go over, and I actually want to take a look at the SPX. Let's show you guys how to do quick trades. And this is actually a pretty cool tip, how you can actually day trade the SPX without day trading margin, right? You guys want to see, typically you need $25,000 to do day trading with the SPX index, 0 days. But here, there we are in on Take-Two. See how Take-Two, we got filled here. So let me go back. And then we have 2 working orders. This is how you put in a working order. So you don't have to be at your computer. You can actually just set it and forget it. See how it's working to sell 10 shares to close. That's what STC stands for, right? Sell to close if it gets to 260. This is my profit target order. Right now, the natural, that's the price it's at right now, but it's going to sell it for 260 for the profit. And then I have my other stop loss working, right? So if you go in here, you'll see my sell to close for a profit. And then here's my stop loss market, right? So if it hits 188, I'm defining my risk. I'm only risking what? 13, 23, 25 bucks per share. So if one gets triggered, the other will cancel. That's how you set a good till cancel order. All right. OCO. So here, now let's take a look at SPX and check this out. So 1 day, we'll go 1 minute, 1 day chart. All right. So here, let's say, so the market's only open for another, 10 minutes? 10 minutes of the day. Do we think it's going to rally back up to the highs of the day? So the market here, let's do a quick recap. It's sold off hard, right off the morning. This is California, so this is at 6:30. It dropped all the way to a low of 68.60, which is where a lot of open interest was at and retail volume. So then from there, it bounced off and it's trying to get back to this opening high range of 69.45. It's not going to get there, of course, in the last 10 minutes. But let's see here. If I can actually sell, if I don't think it's going to get up to 69.15, I might be able to, you know what, here, 6,900. Let's see how much the 6,900s are going for. So if I go to 0-day DTE, the 6900s are going for $1.05 here. If I just click here and then buy that one, it's going for 70 cents. If it stays above 69, is that, you know what? I might do an iron fly here. So watch. Where do I think it's gonna pin it? Let's do a low risk trade here. Let's do is it gonna pin it at 69.10 or 69.05 or 6900? Let's see what we could build. If I do 6900, if I sell that call, sell this put, and then go buy this put, and then go buy this call, that'll give me a credit of, that'd be nice, right? It's only $5. It's very low risk trade, but I have to pin it at 6,900. So here, let's say if they give it me, I'll risk $70. Here, get a credit of 440, risk $60. Let's see if they take it. Okay, and then let me see where else I can pin this thing. So that's there, maybe at, I wonder if it's gonna break this high, 69.15. For some reason, I have a feeling that these guys are gonna wanna, see the high right here is at 69.12. I think this thing might get up to 69.15. How much is that trade going for? 69.15. Here, let's say if we sell that. Here, let me clear this out. 69.15. This is going to be very 69.15. Buy this call, buy that put. 435, right? Okay, here. Let's see if I risk another. Here, let's say 450. Let's see, get a credit 450. Let's see if they fill that 69.15. And here, what are my working orders? So if I go here, you can see my working orders. Here, let's just go to working. So I got the 69.15 and the 6,900. Let's see here. 69.15 up here, 6,900 down here. 10 minutes. Let's see if they pin it at 69.05. 69.05. Let's do one more. 69.05. 69.05. You sell this. You sell. Oh, boom. We're filled. 450, 450. So risking 50 cents. This is 69.15, 69.15. Okay, so we're good at 69.15. I'm going to try to do. So this is if this gets up here. I'm going to actually try to do 69.05 as well. Let's see if we can pin it at 69.05. 69.05, sell, buy. Ooh, 350. I don't know if I want to do that here. Let's say if I can get filled at 370. You know what? I'm going to show you. I want to risk even less. You can actually do the ES. Right, so the ES is actually half the margin. What's up? 2 credits. So if you want to, I can hook it with 2 credits. Here, let's say we pin this thing at 69. Let's see here. Where is it at? 69.20. All right, 69.20. So let's do 69.20. Actually, I don't even know 69.20. Sell. Buy 350. All right, I'll take 380 here. Let's see. Yep, they're closed already. The futures is actually closed. They don't let you trade the last few minutes of the market because it's not cash settled. So you got to go into there. Here, let's see here. Going in. Oh, it's dropping lower here. So this one, maybe I'll do. If it goes up, bearish. So if it goes up, I have the 69.15 covered. That's the bullish. So let me put in a bearish trade. How much would it go down to 6,900? Okay, bearish trade, 6,900. So I'm going to buy this put. Sell this put, $1.70. Let's see, $1.65. Let's see. Just close below 6,900. Close below 6,900. 2 minutes for $1. No, I don't want to risk that. What we'll do here is, actually, let's see. What did I get filled on that? I sold it for 50, so I was risking 50 cents. Let's see where I can get another 50 cents. What trade could I put on to hedge that 50 cents? 6,900. 6,900. If I sold this put, I get 60 cents above 6,900 in the last 10 minutes. No, that's not worth it either. Let's see what I can sell. If I think this thing can stay above, I'm already bullish here, so let me take a bearish position. Let me sell the 69.10. Let's sell the 69.10.
You just come and get it back.
All right.
See your photos.
69.10. Bearish. So if I sold this for 205, ooh. All right. See you. Have a good one, Sean. What up, Carlos? I know. Don't worry about it. I got to break this down to you guys in the next class. Bearish. Let's see. Bearish. 5 more minutes. Let's see. Is this going to end bearish or bullish? Let's see here.
Up or down?
I want it to go up. I want it to go up to 69.15. All right, let's do this. But that's only a 50-cent trade. What if we bullish, bearish, 6,900 is 6,905 to 6,900. Yeah, let's see. 6,905.
Do you ever try to use like patterns to try to like see where they're like?
Yep, patterns. You always use patterns to make predictions, right? So if we look at this, what pattern do we see here? It looks like it's just going sideways right here, right? Yeah, 6905. I actually think 69. Yeah. Here, let's do 6905 here. 6905. How much is that paying? 6905. That, buy that. So that. What the heck?
You need to do all that math just to figure out.
I know. 6905. Hold on. Sell that. Sell that. Buy that. Buy that. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. That it would. Oh, that's a debit. Oh, I got to clear all this. Hold on. 6905. I think it's going to pin in here. 1, 2. Hey, what's up, Telly? Okay, good. Thank you for checking in. Wait, that doesn't make sense. That would a debit. Hold on. All right, let's see here. Let's see if this thing can rally. The break even, right? So I sold the 69. Here, 6,900. What is a 6,900 bullish? 6,900. Oh, 6,900. Yes. Oh, no wonder I was in the wrong. Ms. Bees? Yes, you may. Weekly one. Boom, 440 filled. Okay, 60 cents. What was that? Selling the 6,900. All right, let's see. All right, 6,900. So we got 3 minutes. Let's see if this thing hits. Down here and up here, 15. Actually, this is more like an iron condor. It would have been better to sell this iron condor. Let's see. The last 2 minutes of it breaks through down, which I doubt, but let's see. Sometimes the last few minutes can be kind of crazy. All right, so it's 12:58. Hold on 1 second. We got 1 minute. Yeah, it would have been better to sell these spreads instead of buying this fly, but it was a very low risk trade because we was only like 50 cents. So yeah, it just stuck. I wanted to buy this, sell the 69.05 initially. One more minute. I think he's got 1 more minute. Yep, 12:59. Let's see where it goes. So you can actually put strategies on where you can sell as long as it stays in between here and here, you win. That's what options is, all nothing but math. All right, so let's see what it does. Wow, it's going super slow. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing. Is it going to rally up the last? Is it going to have a big bar? If it hits any of these blue lines, you guys win some more chicken, fried chicken. Uh-oh. Okay, there we got a little bit of volatility. We got 30 more seconds maybe. Pushing up. Oh, and it closes right there. 69.08 is the print. All right, so. Oh, dang. 575. Not bad, not bad. So, do you guys know here? Check this out. End the stream. Do you guys know we were just live streaming there?